Okay, we are coming to you live as we are now beginning to track severe thunderstorms as they move into the region this evening. I'm reporter Aaron Price with you, and currently we have three active tornado warnings on the map here in this generalized area of southern Illinois. One of them is a confirmed observed tornado up in Marion County. So let's go ahead and jump right into this and kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at. So again, we have this tornado that is a confirmed observed tornado. This is currently moving into Marion County, Illinois. And again, this is not Marion, Illinois. This is Marion County. So Salem, Sandoval, Patoka, those areas just north of Centralia, you are under that tornado warning that goes until 9 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time. Again, a radar confirmed tornado with this storm moving through portions of Marion County right now, just about to move into Marion County, it looks like. Let's go ahead and put the split screen view on this. Let's change this over to velocity. And you're seeing the velocity on the right, so the wind's inside the storm, and you're seeing the radar on the left. So this is the area that prompted that tornado warning. It looks like the rotation might have dissipated just a little bit in that most recent update, but for our friends that do live up further north into the areas of Marion County, just know there is a radar confirmed tornado with that storm just a few moments ago. Let's spread out the view and take a look right now at another storm we're watching very closely as this line of storms that's moving into the Washington County, Illinois area right now. So that's Nashville, Illinois included in this. A new severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued with a tornado possible tag for portions of Jefferson and Perry County. So Pinckneyville, Tamaroa, Waltonville, Mount Vernon, Dix, all of those areas, you are under a tornado warning, or excuse me, a severe thunderstorm warning rather, until an hour from now. So this was just issued. So until 9:30 p.m., you are under that severe thunderstorm warning. Let's zoom out even more and take a look at some of the areas further off to the west. Another severe thunderstorm warning issued for this line in northern Randolph County that also has a tornado possible tag on it with 1 inch hail, radar indicated, as well as 70-mile-per-hour winds. And, just taking a wider view, we do anticipate more and more of these severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings to be issued as we continue through the night. Lots of these storms you see in this area, which currently have the greater tornado potential, they will eventually be moving into this area of the heart of southern Illinois over the next 1 to 2 hours. So everyone in counties like Franklin, Jackson, Williamson, Union, Alexander counties, you still have over an hour before these storms reach you. Just coming on right now because our friends up further north are currently dealing with these storms. So again, right now, just one tornado warning in effect for anywhere near our coverage area, which is the the radar indicated observed tornado in Marion County. This includes the city of Salem, and this goes for another 29 minutes. Let's go ahead and zoom in and take a closer look at this storm in particular as it continues to move into the Marion County area. I'll go ahead and put on the, in fact, let's switch over to get a better look at this. We need to switch over to the St. Louis radar. Oh yeah, you can see it much better with St. Louis. So that is the area of rotation right here that prompted that tornado warning. And again, it was a radar confirmed tornado just a few moments ago. I'm not sure if it still constitutes as that, but you can kind of see the, yeah, right there. If you watch this frame one more time, just as it was south of Keysport, right there, you can see what prompted that radar confirmed tornado. So more than likely had a tornado touchdown at least for some point with this storm, and now they've changed it back to a radar indicated threat. So not an observed tornado at this point. Salem, I think you will be okay as far as this area of rotation. Again, if we switch back to radar, you can tell that this is a large storm. It's a line of storms moving in, so everyone is going to be seeing severe storms with this, but the tornado warning, Salem, I think you're going to be safe from that, even though you are currently technically under that warning. Again, taking a wider view, we're taking a look at this storm back near Farmington. That is just getting going. It does have a tornado warning with it right now that expires in 12 minutes. and we'll see if that's reissued or not. A severe thunderstorm warning, however, with a tornado possible tag is currently been issued for that area in southeastern Missouri. This storm will track on into southern Illinois over the Mississippi River within the next 30 minutes. So areas like Chester, Ava, Campbell Hill, even Murfreesboro, Steelville, and eventually Pinckneyville and DuQuoin, you'll need to be keeping your eye on this area of storms as they move further on into the region. Randolph County itself currently has one severe thunderstorm warning, so areas like Ruma, Baldwin, Sparta, and Coulterville, you are under that severe thunderstorm warning for another 26 minutes. However, areas of further southern Randolph County, so Evansville, Steelville, Chester, you are currently not technically under a warning. However, I do anticipate a warning of some sort to be issued for your location, likely a severe thunderstorm warning within the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. Again, a very broad severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. A large severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for both portions of Perry County and Jefferson County. That includes Pinckneyville and Mount Vernon. That goes for another hour. So this line of storms right here is going to be moving right into those areas with some very strong straight line wind gusts possible, and some areas of large hail as well. Also taking a close look at these storms down here that might eventually impact areas of southern Illinois. Let's go ahead and switch back to the Paducah radar now with these storms. These are currently in an area that's kind of hard to get with radar, but we have 3 tornado warnings right now in southeastern Missouri with these storms. These storms are still about an hour and a half out from impacting southern Illinois, so it will be at least 9:30, maybe even after 10 o'clock before these tornadoes reach these storms, I should say, reach the southern Illinois area. But you can easily tell by looking at this that there are multiple areas of rotation. I don't think any of these are observed at this point. I think they're all radar indicated as of now. This one looks like it might become observed here soon, because that is some impressive rotation in that storm out south of West Plains. But you see rotation there, you see rotation here, and then you see a little bit of rotation. It just kind of faded a little bit in that most recent update, but a little bit of rotation right here that prompted that tornado warning near Piedmont. So a lot that we're going to have to keep a close eye on out in southeastern Missouri as these storms inch their way closer to southern Illinois. Let's go ahead and take a look back at that tornado-warned storm up in Marion County real quick. Looks like the rotation in that thunderstorm has dissipated a little bit. Again, this did produce a radar-confirmed tornado for a brief period. And right there is the area that we're looking at. So still not an observed tag put back on this. Again, 1-inch hail possible with this storm. So if you know anyone that lives in the areas of Sandoval, Odin, I'll go ahead and include Salem in this as well. Salem, Tonti, Alma, and Kinmundy. Those areas, you are under this tornado warning, and there is some very, very strong winds heading your way. Regardless if there's a tornado or not, you can go ahead and take a look at the wind speed inside this storm system. Maybe. Of all nights for this not to work, it would be tonight. Well, I'll have to work on that. But again, we have this tornado warning for that wasn't observed tornado for a while. And so if you live in areas such as Alma, Tonti, Odin, even a little bit of rotation now showing up further down south in this storm, so right there. Just a very dangerous storm with some very strong winds moving into your area right now as we speak. Have another area of rotation that the radar is wanting to pick up here with this storm that's just now moving into Perry County. Let's take a look at that right now. It's going to be tough because it's right on that radar scan. Let's switch back to St. Louis. Wouldn't be shocked if maybe we get a tornado warning out of this. This is right on the line for the National Weather Service in St. Louis and Paducah. You see that right there. That would be worthy of a warning. You see it right there on your map. South of Oakdale, so this would be about, let's see here, 2 miles to the northeast of Coulterville. And let's go ahead and put a storm track on this. So yes, this is tracking due east-northeast. It has a tornado possible tag on it right now, but we might have a tornado warning out of this here momentarily. So if you live anywhere along the Perry-Washington County line, you're not currently under a tornado warning, but you need to be getting into your safe spot because this storm is moving into your area right now. So areas like Du Bois, Radom, Ashley into Washington County, even Oakdale might be a good idea to get in your shelter, as this little area right here is kind of sticking out to me right now. Again, not under a tornado warning right now, but might be a good idea nonetheless to get in your safe spot. Let's give you a wider view really quick. I know lots of you curious about what times the storms will arrive at your location. We are going to be on for hours tonight. I'm just going to give it to you right now. If you live in areas, like Jefferson County, Perry County, Randolph County, even maybe portions of Jackson County, your time frame to see these storms is within the next hour. If you live in areas like southern Jackson County, Williamson County, Franklin County, Hamilton County, White County, even portions of Union County, your time frame is about 2 hours. And if you live further to the east, say Saline County, Johnson County, Pope County, Massac County, your time frame is about 2 to 3 hours. So this will be a long event throughout the evening. And again, severe thunderstorm warnings indicated by the yellow boxes you see on your screen, tornado warnings indicated by the red boxes. That will be very important as we go through the rest of the evening. Let's switch back to the Paducah radar. Take another look at these 3 storms down in southeastern Missouri that have looked pretty impressive. And again, we were looking at the models yesterday, and all of them kind of hinted at this area being the best area of seeing some storms that are broken off of that line that's moving through areas of northern southern Illinois right now. So this is kind of right in line with that model run we saw yesterday, and these storms, as they move on further to the east, are just going to be moving into a more conducive environment for severe weather over the next several hours. So long term, again, these storms right now are still, let's track this one. These storms are still 100 miles away from southern Illinois, so we still have a long time before these get here, but just giving you a heads up that it might be a late night for those of us in Union County, Alexander, Pulaski County, Johnson, even on into Pope County, if these storms hold together. Right now you're okay, but I would encourage you to check back with us in the next hour or so as we track those storms. Let's go back to what's happening now. So if you live in Mount Vernon, definitely need to be indoors, away from windows. We have some very strong, likely straight line wind gusts moving into your area right now. That's what the severe thunderstorm warning is for. Winds up to or over 60 miles per hour with a tornado possible tag on this as well. We were looking at that little area near Coulterville, and it looks like the Paducah radar is starting to get a little bit of a better handle on some of that rotation right there. So might be a wise idea if you live in areas such as Coulterville and kind of along this line northeast of Coulterville, so on a line extending from Coulterville to about Du Bois in Washington County. Be keeping a close eye on this storm. We'll keep a close eye on it for you, but just keep in the back of your mind that you might be needing to seek shelter fairly quickly if a tornado warning is issued for this storm. Taking a look at the storm back up in Marion County. Man, that's a strong storm still tracking through Marion County, and this is the type of intensity I think we'll eventually see in southern Illinois. Very strong wind gusts with these storms. I tell you, there is something up with the wind speed tonight, and it is killing me. We're gonna have to see about getting that fixed. But again, very strong winds. You can actually look down at the header here or the footer, I should say, at the bottom of my page. I can see it a little bit easier than you, but 70, 80 mile per hour winds just off the surface with this storm. So a very dangerous thunderstorm moving through Marion County right now. So again, if you live in Alma, Kinmandy, areas of Odin, Salem as well, you need to be in your safe spots. You are under a tornado warning, and this warning goes for another 17 minutes. So this warning, in effect, until 9 o'clock p.m. Again, this storm was originally located at 836 near Fairman, 6 miles northwest of Salem, moving east at 55 miles per hour. And there's your most recent update. Yeah, very, very concerned with very strong winds in this storm. So Alma, get in your safe spot right now. Some very, very strong winds moving in as we speak. Kinmundy, same story for you. You need to be in to your safe spot. Same story for those of you in Alma. Omega, you need to be into your safe spot as well, even if you live into areas such as Oskaloosa on into Clay County. You need to be thinking about getting into your shelter soon as well. Again, this storm is moving away from. Right now, we are still just kind of playing a waiting game to see what's going to be going on with these storms as they move on further into the evening. So, tornado warning in effect until 9 for Marion County. Make sure you're seeking shelter if you're in that area. Taking another look at this line moving into southern Illinois, we're going to have to keep a very close eye on this line of storms as it moves into the region. Again, it's kind of on that area right now that switches over from the National Weather Service in St. Louis to the National Weather Service in Paducah. That's why you see a lot of clutter on the radar. But a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Jefferson and Perry counties. That severe thunderstorm warning does have a tornado possible tag on it. It expires in 45 minutes. That expires at 9:30 p.m. So this line extends from 8 miles west of Wamack to near Evansville, all the way down to the Coulterville area and all the way back up to the Mount Vernon area. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts likely with this line of storms and quarter-sized hail. If this does intensify as it moves into a more conducive environment, I would assume we might actually see some tornado warnings from this as it continues to move into the southern Illinois area. Taking a look down at these storms into southeast. Let's take a look at this storm very quickly. I think this will be something we'll have to keep an eye on for our friends in southern Randolph and northern Jackson County. So yeah, some gusty winds in that storm. Nothing that sticks out to me as far as rotation, but there's an update for you. But again, this moving through the Farmington area right now, this is just a severe thunderstorm warning at this point with 60-mile-per-hour winds. This will be crossing the Mississippi River into the Chester area in just about, I'll give you an exact time, just about 25 minutes from now. So if you live in Chester, expect a strong storm to be moving into your area in about 25 minutes. And I'm going to draw a line for those of us who are further on into areas of central and far southern Illinois. If you live south of that line I've just drawn, so Benton, West Frankfort, Herrin, Carbondale, Marion, you probably still have about another hour before you have to worry about a severe storm entering your area, possibly over an hour, I would say, at this point. But if you live in areas further north, that is the active threat right now in our region. Take another look down at these storms in southeastern Missouri. Okay, that's some good news here. It looks like 2 of those tornado warnings have now been allowed to expire for these storms in southeastern Missouri. There's still one right along the Arkansas line, but that's so far away from us, no need to worry about that per se. Let's take a look at the storm up in Marion County. So yeah, still very strong winds. In fact, oh, look at that. Radar picking up on something here with that area of rotation I was talking about. We might need a warning on this. We might need a warning on this. Okay, that might explain why we were change our settings here. Okay. Yeah, this is a very concerning area of very heavy wind gusts and possibly some rotation here. So this is currently right along the Perry and Washington County line. Very gusty winds with this storm. If not, maybe a possible tornado. This is approximately 10 miles west of Du Bois. So if you live in Du Bois, you need to be thinking about getting into your safe spot anywhere kind of between Coulterville and Du Bois. On that line, you need to definitely be seeking shelter because we do have a possible tornado with this. I would say it's not warned as a tornado warning just yet, but that looks a little bit concerning from the St. Louis radar scan. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Paducah radar scan. In fact, we could even look at Evansville's. This is kind of in that area where Evansville's not looking at much. Paducah, it's just kind of tough. So yeah, we might have something. Just treat it seriously. It's in that area that's tough with the radars, but north of Pinckneyville, just be on the be staying aware about this storm. All right, let's switch back over to the St. Louis radar, get another update on this storm in Marion County. It has a tornado radar indicated threat still with this storm in Marion County. So again, very gusty winds. We're talking about winds likely over 60 miles per hour in this storm. Maybe even over 70 miles per hour in some areas. Switch back over to radar quickly. Whoops. Here we go. So yeah, not too much you can see. So if there is anything in this, it would likely be embedded or rain wrapped. So it would be hard to see. So that's why that tornado warning remains in effect for Marion County. Giving you a heads up for those of you in Clay County, Louisville, Oskaloosa, Flora, Clay City, you might need to be thinking about getting in your safe spot within the next 15 to 30 minutes if this holds together. Let's go further south now, back into Jefferson County. I'm going to put back the single page here. Okay. So Woodlawn, that area, Dix, you are just about to see this storm moving into your area. Again, just a severe thunderstorm warning at this point, and whoop, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued. Let's get the timing on that. Also has a tornado possible tag, so a new severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued for portions of Jefferson and Wayne counties. This is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Severe thunderstorms located on a line extending from 6 miles east of Salem to near Ashley, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Radar indicated threat. Mount Vernon, Red Lake area, Wayne City, Blueford, Sisney, Ina, Bonnie, Jeffersonville, Bellerive, Sims, Nason, Keynes, and Johnsonville. You are included in this severe thunderstorm warning. Also, a new severe thunderstorm warning just posted for Perry County, Missouri. This is right across the river from Jackson County. Also has a tornado possible tag with it. This goes till 9:30 p.m. for central Perry County and southeastern Missouri. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Let's zoom out just a little bit more here. New tornado warning now issued. Yep, there they go again. So these storms are not losing intensity. All three storms we were talking about in southeastern Missouri back to having tornado warnings now. So these are intensifying as they approach the southern Illinois area. So a new tornado warning for Piedmont, Missouri. Radar indicated. These are all radar indicated right now, so that is some good news. But 3 tornado warnings issued for these 3 separate storms moving into portions of southeastern Missouri. This storm in particular near Piedmont, still about an hour away from moving into southern Illinois. So Cape Girardeau area, that's something a little bit down the line that you might want to be a little bit concerned with. To recap, if you're just joining us, this is what we got going on actively in southern Illinois right now. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Perry, portions of Jefferson, all of Marion, and portions of Wayne counties. That goes until 9:30 p.m. So a severe thunderstorm warning for all of those areas. Very strong wind gusts moving into these areas. Again, not a tornado warning for any of our friends in Perry, Jefferson, or Wayne counties at this point, but we still have that active tornado warning that is set to expire not too much longer. This warning behind it should expire in 6 minutes, and this new warning expires in 36 minutes. So new severe thunderstorm warning also for areas further up into Clay County. So yeah, 70-mile-per-hour winds with this storm that's moving into Louisville and Flora for those of you that live just a little bit further north. So giving you the big picture again, we have this line that's just now starting to move into southern Illinois, and it continues to gain strength. So we have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings that have been issued and a few tornado warnings that have been issued along this line. I'm going to take off the flash flood warnings so we're not seeing stuff we're not concerned with right now. Again, the red boxes is tornado warnings. The yellow are severe thunderstorm warnings. We're going to keep a close eye on this area south of Sparta. Let's take a look here. Yeah. Still some quite impressive returns as far as damaging winds in these storms. I'm not sure why a severe thunderstorm warning has not been extended to kind of fill in this area. So Steelville and Chester, you're not under a severe thunderstorm warning right now, but you might as well act like you are because these storms are so close to you. Still watching this area of rotation. Looks actually to be moving a little bit further south. So let's take a look here. So areas north of Pinckneyville, some very strong wind gusts going to be moving into your area here within the next few moments. Just looking down real quickly to see if we have any storm reports to pass along to you so far. Let's see here. We've already had a lot of confirmed storm reports up in the Metro East. So in the St. Louis area, we've already had numerous reports of damage, but I'm not seeing anything so far for our area. So let's go ahead and take a look at this storm. Again, very strong winds along this line. So if you live in Pinckneyville, Tamaroa, Cutler, Percy, Steelville, Willisville, all these areas, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning. Would be a good idea to take shelter because these little spin-up tornadoes can spin up very fast, sometimes even before radar can detect them, especially a radar site that's down in Paducah. So, anywhere along this line, we could see a possible spin-up tornado. So make sure that you're treating that as you should, and if you do feel in danger, to be seeking shelter. I wouldn't be shocked if these storms continue to strengthen, that we eventually have some wind damage reports in portions of Perry County. So this area right here, and maybe on into portions of southern Jefferson County too. Okay. New tornado warning for areas further north into Clay County, Illinois. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So a new tornado warning for Louisville, Florida for radar indicated rotation. Oh yeah, you take a look at it right there. They just posted another one south of Florida. So yep, definitely an area of rotation right here along this line south of Iuka. So this is in Marion County right now, about to cross into extreme northern portions of Wayne County, and will eventually cross into areas of Clay County as well. So if you live anywhere in this area, Louisville, Flora, Clay City, Noble, Oskaloosa, you need to be getting into your safe spots because we have very, very strong winds and very good rotation, as you can see with this kind of hook couplet. You see it right there. Whoops. You can see where I got my drawing skills. Here we go. You see that little hook couplet right there. That is the area of rotation that's prompted this new tornado warning. Let's switch back to the Paducah radar. And let's switch back to reflectivity. Okay, so giving you another big picture update of what's going on if you're just joining us. We have a total of 3 tornado warnings currently in effect for areas of southern Illinois. So that includes Marion County, Wayne County, and portions of Clay County, all of Clay County, I should say, pretty much included in this warning, and then another one further up north of Robinson, Illinois. Severe thunderstorm warning includes all of Jefferson County now, so this does have a tornado possible tag with it, and hail 1 inch in diameter and winds of 60 miles per hour. Keeping a very close eye on that storm. And I think, unfortunately, this area of storms right here, just about to cross the Mississippi River, they are starting to find that favorable environment. So areas in this region, my goodness, let's zoom out just a little bit, give you a better idea. Here we go. So areas in this generalized region, Carbondale, Marion, West Frankfort, Krill Springs, Benton, Ewing, that generalized area. You will be seeing this line of storms move into your location within the next hour. So especially areas like DuQuoin, West Frankfort, Benton, Ewing, Spring Garden, Cesar, definitely Cesar, Perryville. You'll be seeing these storms momentarily, so be keeping a close eye on this line. All still severe thunderstorm warning so far. Let's take a look at this storm out near Piedmont because this is inching. Seems like these storms are starting to speed up just a little bit more. Well. Here we go. Let's go ahead and switch this to the velocity. So we have 3 tornado warnings still in effect here in southeastern Missouri. Here we go. Okay, apologies for that. Something is going on. Here we go. So we have velocity that you're looking at the winds inside the storm right now. So very broad rotation here with this storm near Grandin in Missouri. That's north of Doniphan. And then we have this tornado warning for Piedmont, also radar indicated at this point. And we have another one further south, also radar indicated. So we'll keep a close eye on those 3 storms as they move closer to southern Illinois. Still all severe thunderstorm warnings so far with this line of storms that's crossing the Mississippi River, so a line from Fredericktown all the way up to Olney. And the tornado warning still in effect for Flora, Clay City, Noble, Louisville, Sisney, Mount Erie. Those areas all included in this tornado warning. Go ahead and put back on the screen some info on that. So again, this tornado warning goes for another 42 minutes until 9:45 p.m. So Flora, Clay City, Noble, all included in this warning. Not a confirmed tornado, but enough for a warning. Probably going to see a new severe thunderstorm warning issued here shortly for this generalized area. So northwestern Jackson County, southeastern Perry County, that includes DuQuoin, northwestern Franklin County, and southeastern Jefferson County. You're already in a warning, but I do expect a new severe thunderstorm warning to be issued here momentarily for areas northwest of that line that I've just drawn. Let's go back to the split view. Okay. Getting a little bit more concerned with, well, maybe not. That looked a little bit more concerning on the on the Paducah radar than it did the St. Louis radar. Watching this storm moving into the Chester area, likely 50 to 60 mile per hour winds with this as it moves into Chester and Perryville, eventually into Steelville, Campbell Hill, and Dagonia. We have multiple areas of what could be clutter, could be a little bit of rotation showing up here north of Steelville. That's not warned as of right now. The same area of rotation we were watching over along the Washington-Perry County line has now made its way between Pinckneyville and Tamaroa. So right there is that area that we're seeing a little blip on the radar that is getting, again, not under a tornado warning yet. I'm going to pull up the cameras in Marion so we can hopefully get a better view of what these storms look like. Let's go ahead and take a look back at the storm in Sisney, because I know that is the tornado warned storm right now. Let's go back to velocity. So velocity, again, the winds inside the storm. This is the storm up by Sisney in Wayne County. Let's switch back to the Evansville radar, see what we can see here. So the rotation not quite as tight as it was earlier. Still there, but not quite as tight. So, and again, with these lines of storms, these embedded tornadoes or these embedded areas of rotation, this rotation tends to just, come and go along the line. That's why it's so important to take shelter immediately if you're under a tornado warning, because these can spin up within seconds and produce a tornado. So not seeing as strong of a radar signature as I did earlier, but nonetheless still a tornado warning issued. All right, as I just mentioned, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued for portions of southern Illinois. Let's zoom down here and show you. And yep, the area I said, the exact area I said, in fact. So Murfreesboro, DeSoto, Christopher, Benton, Cesar, DuQuoin, Elkville, Dowell, you are all under this severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued. My goodness, this radar is giving me fits tonight. Here we go. Well, give us just a second. We've ended up in Wyoming. Zoom back in. So a new severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued. I'll just have to read it off for you because this is wanting to play games with me. A severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued. We'll zoom in that way. For portions of Franklin County, Perry County, and northwestern Jackson County. So Ava, Murfreesboro, DeSoto, DuQuoin, Cesar, Spring Garden, Benton, you're all included in this severe thunderstorm warning. This has a tornado possible tag with it. Again, not a tornado warned storm, just a tornado possible tag. This severe thunderstorm warning in effect for another 52 minutes, so this goes until 10 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time. Severe thunderstorms located on a line extending from near Tamaroa to 6 miles northeast of Percy to 6 miles west of Perryville. This is moving east at 35 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and quarter-sized hail currently with this storm. Switching back to the Paducah radar. And I just want to commend the models, really, we were looking at this for a few days on kind of how this storm system would set up. And you can see right here how we have a line that is connected here in areas of northern southern Illinois, so say north of Route 13. And then we have these 3 individual cells that are starting to kind of want to connect into a line here in southeastern Missouri. So the models did a very good job with honing that out. Thankfully, no, other than that one up near north of Marion County in Carlisle, we've not had any confirmed tornadoes today, which, believe me, based on the model guidance this morning, is a wish come true for what we were looking at this morning. So let's hope it continues to stay that way. And again, just to recap what you should do based on what warning is issued for your location. If you're under a severe thunderstorm warning, you need to be seeking shelter indoors, away from windows, preferably in a room that has no windows if you can. In a tornado warning, you need to be seeking shelter underground if possible. And if you don't have anywhere to seek shelter underground, you need to be inside on the most interior room of the structure you are in. If you have a bathtub, a sturdy closet, things like that, that is the best places to be if you're under a tornado warning. So severe thunderstorm warning stretching from a line from Perryville up to Fairfield. DuQuoin, you are included in this severe thunderstorm warning. It has a tornado possible tag on it. You're just going to have to kind of sit and see how these storms behave. Again, they're moving into a conducive environment for strong damaging winds. Still a radar indicated threat with these tornado warnings in southeastern Missouri. If you have any reports, please feel free to drop those in the comments section. Or you can send those directly to us. Let's see here if we have anything new coming in. Let's see here. Intense lightning in the Bonnie area. Someone just sent to me. Very gusty winds right now in the DuQuoin area. And that is all we have so far. So it looks like we're faring pretty okay as of now. Some good news there. Again, other than that storm we saw up in Carlisle, the only confirmed tornado we have thus far. And I should mention that is a radar confirmed tornado. Let's see here. Taking a look at this storm in southeastern Missouri once again. This is back towards Piedmont. Let's go and put this radar in motion. There we go. So you can kind of see the direction these storms are heading. Again, they're heading east, more on an east-northeast track. So timing for these storms in areas like Union County, Johnson County, Saline County, Pope County, Hardin County, Massac, Alexander, Pulaski, all of those counties, you probably still have around an hour before these storms arrive at your location. Areas like Jackson County, Franklin County, you probably still have, and even areas of northwestern Hamilton County, about 30 to 45 minutes. A report of rain and gusty winds in Tamaroa. Let's see here. Okay. So again, just one tornado warning in effect right now in the lower 35 counties of Illinois, and that is this combined warning up in Flora. Let's take another look at that warning real quick. Put this, stop it, and switch over to Evansville. Yep, right there. You can see it on radar. That's a little bit concerning. Is this still radar? Yep. Still a radar indicated threat. But you can see it on radar quite clearly. That is the area where that rotation is that has prompted that warning. So Sisney, you need to be in your safe spot. If you live south of Clay City, you need to be in your safe spot. South of Noble as well. Good idea to get in your safe spot. You're under that tornado warning for another 15 minutes. Looks like we might have a little bit of hail in this storm in Mount Vernon. Yep, look at that. We've got some hail. We've got a hailer here in Mount Vernon, especially on the south side of Mount Vernon. So I think the Aquatic Zoo, I think north of the I-64-57 split, I should say I-64 East, we have some hail. So if you live in Mount Vernon, make sure you're indoors. We have some hail now confirmed with this storm. That hail likely quarter to $half size at this point. These storms are nothing compared to, so far, nothing compared to what we were afraid might happen tonight, so some good news there. We're just hoping it stays that way. It's an absolute miracle. We've had, in the lower 25 counties of Illinois, we've had 0 tornado warnings today. I'd say the odds of that at the beginning of the day were probably less than 10%. So we're looking out very well. Let's take a look at the storm near Perryville. Looks like it might have a little bit of rotation on it. Definitely not enough for a warning, but some strong gusty winds with this storm here in Perryville, maybe up to 60 miles per hour. This is just about 10 miles from crossing the Mississippi River. So if you live south of Rockwood, if you live south of Campbell Hill, north of Gorham, those are the areas that are included in this, will be included in a severe thunderstorm warning if you're not already. All right, starting to get a lot of hail reports from Mount Vernon. We appreciate those reports because we rely on those reports. Switch back to Evansville radar. Yep, definitely some hail. It's not very big, but it's hailing nonetheless in the Mount Vernon area. Let's take another look at this tornado warning up just on the line of Wayne and Clay County. Yeah, we don't have a tornado on the ground with this. Just some rotation. And very gusty winds. Looks like it's trying to kind of dissipate itself a little bit. Some hail in Cesar right now. If we have any reports from Cesar, that would be appreciated. We have some hail, looks like on radar. Hopefully we can be heard okay here. Let me dial this up just a little bit. So as we, hopefully you can hear me a little bit okay now, better I should say now. We have a severe thunderstorm warning, again, for those of you just joining us, that has been issued for several areas of southern Illinois, so northwestern Franklin County included in this warning, northwestern Jackson County as well, DuQuoin, Elkville, DeSoto, Cesar, Campbell Hill, and Ava, all the communities included in this severe thunderstorm warning. And this warning goes for another 40 minutes. It goes until, let's see, that would be 10 o'clock p.m. Yep. And again, when these severe thunderstorm warnings are issued, a lot of these, I'd say over half, well over half of severe thunderstorm warnings have very low criteria. So the lowest criteria to issue a severe thunderstorm warning would be 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. And almost every warning we're seeing so far here in our region has that. So some good news on that end. Still keeping a close eye on these tornado warned storms out in southeastern Missouri. Yep, still seeing some rotation in this storm that's moved through the Piedmont area. This tornado warning is actually expiring in 9 minutes. I would assume they're going to extend this warning. As these storms move closer to the Paducah radar site, we'll get a better idea of the rotation. But you can see it, a little bit right there. My goodness, right there. That's what prompted that tornado warning. Taking a look at this storm further down into near Doniphan. Let's see. My goodness, we need a radar site down here. Grandin. That area currently has a little bit of rotation in it. That's what prompted that warning. Again, a tornado warning for that one as well. And then this one looks to be the most impressive one as far as rotation down into Arkansas. So if you have any friends in Maine or Arkansas, this will not impact southern Illinois, but some pretty impressive rotation with that storm. Let's go back up to southern Illinois now and take a look at the most recent updates from there. Curious to see what they do as these storms move into Hamilton County. It looks like, as of what I'm seeing right now, the strongest storms are at this moment to our north and to our south. So we have a tornado warning up in Sisney still yet, and we have 3 tornado warnings in southeastern Missouri. We only have severe thunderstorm warnings in the heart of southern Illinois right now. So that would be areas south of Mount Vernon. Areas north of Mount Vernon, that's why we have that one tornado warning in effect. That includes Sisseton, Flora, those areas. That is the only tornado warning currently in effect in the southern Illinois area. So nowhere in our coverage area, areas like Pinckneyville, DuQuoin, Elkville, Cesar, Benton, West Frankfort, all the rest, not in the clear yet. Mount Vernon is about to be in the clear here shortly. Nashville, you are in the clear. Coulterville, you're in the clear. Sparta, you're in the clear. Chester, you're in the clear. Hold off. I'm not going to say Chester yet because we do have a little bit of development behind that. But everywhere south and east of that, we still have a ways to go. We are going to take a look at our camera, hopefully. So again, a severe thunderstorm warning, just clipping the Benton area right now. We're going to try to pull up this warning if we can for you. If you have any reports, as I mentioned, please pass those along. Even hail reports. We love hail reports, especially from the Mount Vernon area. If you could safely get a report to us, even send us some photos if you'd like. We can always use those reports. All right, let's take a look at this storm. Currently in the Murfreesboro area, about to approach Murfreesboro. Looks like we might have some impressive wind gusts in that storm. Seeing a lot of lightning on our Benton cam right now. So that's the wind gust moving into Jackson County. We might have some fairly strong wind gusts moving into the Jackson County area. The storm appears to be gaining a little bit of strength as it moves on into Jackson County. Keep a close eye on that. Again, Murfreesboro, DeSoto, Elkville, Dowell, Virgins, Ava, Campbell Hill, Sand Ridge, you're all under that severe thunderstorm warning. Carbondale, Grand Tower, Pomona, and McHanda, you're currently not included in that warning, but likely will be in a warning in not too much longer. Okay. Let's take a look at our camera in Benton. As you can see, the lightning lighting up the night sky on our Benton camera right now. So again, this is from the Benton Square, looking north into some of these storms. This is the furthest camera we have north as of right now. But there you go. It's been flashing pretty consistently now for about 30 minutes, so you can certainly see these storms as they're beginning to move into the region. There's a better look at it right there. Let's go and take a look at the tornado warned storm up north. That storm is now out of our coverage area, so it's about to move into Olney, Lawrenceville, Flora, those areas. Okay, new severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued for. Oh my goodness, has just been issued for portions of Hamilton County and White County. Some fairly strong winds moving into those areas as well. That's what's prompted this severe thunderstorm warning. Again, with the tornado possible tag, that warning expires at 10:30. No reason to be scared right now. We're keeping a close eye on these storms, and as long as you're staying inside, if you're not under a tornado warning and you're away from windows, you should be okay. Because I'm not seeing anything as far as damaging wind gusts yet that sticks out to me particularly. All right, some gusty winds going to be moving into Jackson County. Murfreesboro, you are just about, let's see here. Yep, right on cue. New severe thunderstorm warning just issued for Murfreesboro and Carbondale. Let's go ahead and take a look at the timing on that warning. Okay, so this has a little bit higher hail totals with it. So they're saying 1.25 inches, so 1.25 inches. It has a tornado possible tag with it, and it has 60 mile per hour winds, which are radar indicated. So it goes till 10:15 p.m. At 9:28, a severe thunderstorm was located near Altenburg, or 13 miles west of Murfreesboro, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So these are starting to pick up speed just a little bit. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and I'll get it right eventually. $50 sized hail with this storm. My goodness. Radar indicated threat. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. So very gusty winds moving into these areas. Let's give you a closer view on that. You can take a look down here at the bottom of your screen. Since that's not working. Let's see here. So we're looking at about 50 mile per hour winds just off the surface, confirmed. So we'll see how this storm develops, but this would eventually impact portions of Franklin and Williamson County as well, so we'll keep a close eye on this. But again, right now, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for that storm. Just got in some new video of damage in Germantown, Illinois. So that is further north. Let's see. Up here. So that is north of Oakville, New Baden. Looks like they had some good damage from a storm there earlier this evening. Oh my gosh. Let's go back to... Okay. So let's take a closer look at what we got going on here. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for northwestern Franklin, southeastern Perry, and northern Jackson counties. All of Jackson County is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. But technically you're under 2 severe thunderstorm warnings if you live in Murfreesboro. So you can take that as you wish. If you're in Mount Vernon, you are in the clear for the evening. So some good news there. If you're in Coulterville, you're also in the clear. Pinckneyville, Tamaroa, you're not too far from being in the clear for the evening. Let's take another look at these storms down in southeast Missouri. Still no observed tornadoes with these storms, so some good news there. Yeah, this storm might pack a punch for some people in Jackson County. This is your heads up if you live in Gorham, Sandridge, Murfreesboro, DeSoto, Carbondale, McKanda, Pomona, and Grand Tower. You need to seek shelter indoors. We have some very strong winds heading your way right now, probably 60 miles per hour at the surface, I would say. Yeah, starting to pick up. Starting to pick up. Just looking down to see if we have any power outages yet that have been reported with this line. Maybe. So again, this is, they're keeping it at an inch and a quarter for hail. Still 60 mile per hour winds. That might be upgraded here momentarily. And still the tornado possible tag. And again, storms like this can easily fire up a quick spin-up tornado. So you need to keep that in mind as well, that a tornado warning is possible at any point. These are the strongest wind gusts I'm seeing on radar so far in our region. So Murphy, Carbondale, Grand Tower, DeSoto, Gorham, and Sand Ridge, very gusty winds moving in, even seeing a little reports of maybe some winds over 60 mile per hour there. So again, if you live in Jackson County, a strong storm with the potential for damaging wind gusts will be moving, or is moving, into your area right now. Oh, yeah. It's a coming in. If you're in Jackson County, seek shelter indoors and avoid windows. If you feel threatened by this storm, seek shelter underground. Especially if you live in, say, pole barn homes, mobile homes. I would be seeking shelter either in the most interior room or underground if I could, because these might, this storm is continuing to grow in intensity and we might see some pretty strong winds with this. This might be that one thing that kind of forms into a bow echo we were thinking could happen, but yeah, we got some hail in this too. So if you live in Gorham, you are getting hailed on right about now. If you live in Sand Ridge, you're just about to get hailed on. Kincaid Lake, if you're out in that area, you are going to be seeing some hail here soon, maybe even larger than $half sized, possibly. We'll have to see how this goes. Murfreesboro, if this holds together, you'd be seeing some hail as well. I'm not seeing anything overly concerning yet. Let's see. Let's take a look at different radar here. No. Okay. So yeah, that is definitely our strongest storm on the radar right now. Still watching this area north of Redden Lake, so DuQuoin, Cesar, Spring Garden, still some gusty winds in those areas, but especially gusty winds with this storm here moving into Jackson County. Let's flip it over to the side-by-side view. And let's put it in motion. I'll let you look at that in motion for just a moment. We're going to pull up our web camera. Yeah, this thing might hold together into Murphy and Carbondale. I'm not seeing any signs just yet of this weakening. Trying to get you a web camera view here from our tower in Carterville. It's the closest we have to that location. Okay. Okay. So we have a severe thunderstorm again rolling into portions of Jackson County right now, especially portions of southern Jackson County, that area in that severe thunderstorm warning we just mentioned. So Murfreesboro, Carbondale, Grand Tower, Pomona, McKanda, very gusty winds moving into your area right now. This does have a tornado possible tag on it. What you're looking at right now is our camera in Carterville, and again, a little bit down the line, but you should be able to possibly see some pretty good lightning show there if you watch for a little while longer. You can see it right there. We'll keep an eye on that camera as the storm gets closer. But yeah, this doesn't look like it's losing steam. Looks like it's gaining steam. Seeing if we have any power outages with this storm. Not seeing any just yet. Okay, so this if this holds together, this would impact Williamson County within the next 15 to 30 minutes. It would also potentially impact areas of Franklin County. A little bit of a tiny bit of rotation maybe between Cesar and Ewing, not enough for a warning. The storm is getting closer to southern Illinois, out near Zalma, Missouri. Still has a tornado possible tag with it. All right, if you're in Murphy, last call to get inside. We have some gusty winds coming your way, maybe enough to cause some sporadic power outages. Very gusty winds there in Murfreesboro. There we go. Now it's going to work. Our little cursor to find the wind speed. So yeah, we're seeing just off the surface 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. So if some of these winds can get to the surface, we'd probably be seeing 50 plus mile per hour wind gusts with this. So nothing too terribly severe, but enough to down some tree limbs, enough to cause some power outages, and enough to break a window if a limb falls on it. So that's why we say stay away from windows. And just like that, this storm is starting to move more on a trajectory that's less of a Boeing segment and more of a west to east direction. So this is the generalized direction this storm is moving. And it looks like we have maybe a little bit more activity kind of starting to develop here on the other side of it. Might have enough for a tornado warning eventually. We'll have to take a closer look at this. If you're in Murphy, make sure you are in your indoors, not in your safe spot necessarily, but you need to be indoors. You're not under a tornado warning, but some very gusty winds moving into your location right now. Some hail on the south side of Murphy as well. See if they extend this severe thunderstorm warning into Williamson County. The current warning for Jackson County goes for another 28 minutes, and now they've upped the hail to 1.5 inches. So, hail threat increasing with the storm, now up to ping pong ball sized hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts with this storm. So make sure you're indoors and away from windows. Hail can damage windows as well. This is a fairly strong storm that continues to strengthen. Yep, hail on the south side of Murphy is quite intense at times. So areas south of the Big Muddy River, get some roadways for you here. That's one thing I wished about this map that it showed was it's more of our side roadways. So areas south of Murphy, Mount Carbon, Town Creek Road, likely getting some hail over into Old Route 13, south of Walmart, and along Illinois 127. those areas likely getting some pretty good sized hailstones right now. Starting to see a lot of lightning flashing on our Carterville camera. We'll also have to wait and see what they do with... Okay, we now have an update, I think, with this... Nope, we don't. We'll see what they do with the extending the severe thunderstorm warning. It will very likely be extended into Williamson County, so this is just about to move into the Carbondale area right now. Watching this area right here for possibly a little bit of rotation. Also watching this area right here. If you are in Murphy and you have a connection and you can give us some safe reports. Okay, we have reports of lines down in Murphy already from this storm. So, power outages already being reported with this in Murphy. So if you're in Carbondale, something you need to be taking serious in the back of your mind that we have some damage confirmed now with this in Murfreesboro. So confirmed lines down in Murfreesboro. Not sure how many, if that's just one report, but we have nonetheless a confirmed report of some lines down in the Murfreesboro area. So Carbondale, that same thing is racing towards you right now. Take a look at this. We have wind gusts just off the surface. There you go, 68 miles per hour. So we're very likely seeing storm wind gusts around 60 mile per hour moving into the Carbondale area right now. So if you live in Carbondale, here's what you need to do. If you live in a home that is sturdy, a well-built home, seek shelter indoors, away from windows. If you live in a mobile home, you need to be seeking shelter, preferably in the most interior room within your home that does not have any windows. If you live in a pole barn house, same thing for that as well. If you're outdoors, you need to go inside. You don't need to be driving in this. We've had a report of lines down in Murfreesboro, and I just got another. Let's see here. Okay, we have another report of lines down in Murfreesboro now as well. Yep, 69 mile per hour winds just off the surface. Confirmed report of pea-sized hail in downtown Murfreesboro. So some very small hail in downtown Murfreesboro. We have a report of a tree limb down on lines blocking the roadway on North 22nd Street in Murfreesboro. North 22nd Street, a report of some lines down. So probably going to see the same thing in Carbondale. Very gusty winds, maybe even gustier than Murfreesboro. Winds at 60 miles per hour just off the surface. If you're on the campus of SIU Carbondale, I just saw a comment here about True Blood Dining Hall for a storm shelter. If you feel you need to seek shelter, if you're maybe not in the safest spot, they do have I just got a notification from them earlier about that. They have a storm shelter at True Blood Dining Hall. But this storm is pretty much there. I would just try to stay inside if I were you. So there is the current view from the Carterville camera. Very gusty winds moving in there now. I'm going to zoom out because I don't want to forget about anyone else here. We have obviously a strong storm here, but we still have others as well. Let's take a look up by Benton real quick. Some gusty winds likely moving into the Benton area. This severe thunderstorm warnings is going to be extended into Williamson County. So if you live in Carterville, Cambria, Culp, Heron, Hurst, DeSoto, you're going to be in this warning here in just a second. Starting to get some reports of lights flickering in Carbondale from this wind. Yeah, you can see how windy it's starting to get on our camera. Our ProTech Fiber Skycam network. This is our camera looking over Route 13 in Carterville. So yeah, moving into Carbondale right now. Okay, we just had the tornado watch extended. For Alexander, Franklin, Gallatin, Hamilton, Hardin, Jackson, Jefferson, Johnson, Massac, Perry, Pope, Pulaski, Saline, Union, Wabash, White, and Williamson. Been extended to 5 a.m. the tornado watch has. Oh yeah, very gusty winds in Carbondale. 61 miles per hour is the radar scan right over Carbondale. Lights flickering in DeSoto, we have a report. As these storms do approach our area as well, where we are actually located, we might have some lags in the stream as well, so just keep that in mind. And there we go. New severe thunderstorm warning just issued for all of Williamson County. Is that... I just thought I just saw something on that lightning bolt. Again, that's the thing about nighttime storms and spin-up tornadoes. You never know. So a very heavy storm moving into the Williamson County area right now. So a new severe thunderstorm warning now for Williamson County. This includes all of Williamson County, and again, this is for that same area of very gusty winds that just moved through Carbondale. Heck of a lot of lightning in Carterville right now. This is from our web camera. Looking out over Route 13 in Carbondale, or in Carterville, I should say. Got a report of hail in Carbondale, and that goes along with what we're looking at on the radar scan right now. So some small hail moving into Carbondale right now. Confirmed reports of hail. Just about to hit Carterville. That's what we're looking at on the screen right now. Keep a close eye on that camera. So this storm moving right across the county line right now into Williamson County. So Spillway Road, those areas, you are getting this storm right about now. Again, just a severe thunderstorm warning at this point. They have updated it to 70-mile-per-hour winds now with this. Hail 1 1/4 inch and a tornado possible tag. The severe thunderstorm warning for Williamson County goes until 10:30 p.m. Looks like the storm might be kind of blowing out now a little bit, which is some good news. Still keeping an eye on these storms further down south. None of them have warnings for southern Illinois. This warning right here, you see right there where Ava is, that should be expiring here shortly. Okay, we'll show you the Carterville cam now. So that is our live camera in Carterville. Very gusty winds in this storm, as you can tell, and very heavy rain as well. Just got a report of sirens going off in Heron. Not sure why that would be, because there is not a tornado warning in effect. Tornado sirens are at the discretion of the local fire department or the local emergency management agency, so just because there isn't a tornado warning doesn't necessarily mean that the sirens wouldn't go off, but just for safety reasons, I assume. Seek shelter indoors is all we can say as far as this storm. It's not a tornado warned storm, but it's a storm that's going to impact all we can say as far as this storm. It's not a tornado warned storm, but it's a storm that's going to impact all of Williamson County. Looks like still power along 13. I want to reiterate with our view in Carterville, just because, I mean, I know it looks very bad because of all the rain, but that is night vision, so that's not debris or anything that you're seeing. That's just rainfall. Yeah, we're going to start, for those of you that can hear me okay, we're going to start having to lag our feed just a little bit because these storms are moving through our area right now. So that is why. Again, if you can hear me, we are working on getting a more stable connection here. We're kind of switching things over so we don't have any connection interruptions. All right, hopefully you can still hear us okay. We just switched over our connections, so it hopefully is a little bit more stable. We're going to get the connection reestablished here for you for the radar, and we will be right back up and running. There we go. Okay, so we're back up and running now as far as the radar goes. We always have to kind of do that when the storms roll through, switching over our connection. So this is the live radar feed you're seeing right here. We're about to show you our camera in Marion. Again, if you live in Williamson County, this storm is starting to lose a little bit of its intensity, but it might still be a good idea to obviously be staying indoors and seeking shelter from this. Hopefully we can get this back up and running as well. That might be part of the issue here. So let's give you the live view we have right now from the hill in Marion. If we can get this up on your screen. So these are the live views we have across the region right now here for you. I'll go ahead and put that on the screen. Marion in the top left and top right, Carterville bottom right, and Anna in the bottom left. Still some very strong winds being recorded in these storms. Trying to confirm if we have any damage reports from Carbondale. And here comes the rain in Marion. There we go, finally. So here's our view from Marion Tower camera as these storms now begin to roll in. There we go. So you're looking over 57 at Menards right now. That is the current view from the Marion Tower camera. Battling the wind. And lots of lightning there, as you can see as well. All right, let's get you back to our radar now. I'm going to give you a quick update. The severe thunderstorm warning in Franklin County is now been allowed to expire. So the only severe thunderstorm warning we actively have in southern Illinois is this one up here that clips, oh my goodness, that clips McLeansboro and Carmi, and then the one in Williamson County that we've been tracking. So this view right here shows you those two storms we're currently tracking. The one further north and then the one further south into portions of Williamson County. Still some more tornado warnings further south. Wind really starting to pick up now in Marion. And as you can see on the camera and as you can see on radar, that area of strong wind gusts moving in right now. See what the latest estimated wind gusts are. Thinking maybe there, that's the reasoning. So not quite as strong as they were, down to about 40 to 50 miles per hour now, just off the surface. Obviously very heavy rain with these storms as well. Trying to get my camera back up so you guys can see me. We've lost that in the process of switching over to the new connection. But we are working on it nonetheless. But what's important is you see the radar, not seeing me. So let's go to the wider view again. Still that active severe thunderstorm warning for Williamson County, Marion right in the center of that right now. Getting belted by some pretty gusty winds at the moment. And lots of lightning. Gives you a little bit of a better view. There we go. I think my camera is back up and running now. All right, we'll give you another quick update. Again, this storm not quite as strong as it was just a little while ago. Still very strong winds with this system moving into Williamson County right now. Gusty winds still yet in Carbondale on the backside of this. Just because you are in that area. does not mean you're in the clear just yet. Still very gusty winds, and just like that, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. So this warning includes all of Saline County, a good chunk of, Gallatin County, and then also a very good portion of Hamilton County as well as White County. So 4 counties included in this new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go ahead and get a brief overview on that warning. It has a tornado possible tag, just very small hail in this compared to the warning that we have in Saline County. So tornado possible tag, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and again, a radar indicated threat. This warning will go until 11 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Another view from the Marion area right now. Obviously, traffic a little bit slower right now on the interstate as we monitor these strong storms moving through the region. Nothing that's sticking out to me of too much concern as of right now. The storm has started to lose a little bit of its intensity. I'm going to have to get a mouse to plug into this computer. It is getting on my nerves tonight. Okay, so let's take a wider view on what we're looking at right now. We have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now. We have the one that was just issued a while ago for Williamson County. We have the one that was issued for areas of Hamilton County, as well as Saline County and White counties. Hopefully this will cooperate with us. Just keeps freezing up. Okay. So we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued for areas in, tell you what, I'm going to close this out. So we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued for areas just south of Cape Girardeau, Missouri. So if we zoom into that area, we'll show you that warning. That storm will be moving into the Alexander County area within 5 to 10 minutes. We also have another warning to the south of that should stay out of southern Illinois. And then we have the warning still in effect for Williamson County, been downgraded back to a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust threat. And then that broad warning for Saline, Gallatin, White, and Hamilton counties. Real quickly, I want to go over who's all in the clear for this evening. Mount Vernon, Benton, West Frankfort, Ava, DuQuoin, Pinckneyville, Coulterville, Sparta, Steelville, Ava, DeSoto, Cesar. All of those areas you are in the clear. Areas that are actively seeing storms, Carbondale, Marion, McLeansboro, Harrisburg, El Dorado, Carrier Mills, Norris City, Carmi, Grayville, you are all seeing storms actively, and areas to the south and east of that, you still have some storms to go. That severe thunderstorm warning for the Cape Girardeau area has now been canceled. Looking over our latest reports. Looks like we have a couple of reports of fallen trees in Carbondale. We had that report of some wires down in Murfreesboro earlier. And we do have, let's see here. We have a report of wires down in Marion as well, somewhere. I don't have a concrete location on that. Heron, we have nothing that's come into us just yet. Heron, you are just about to be in the clear. It's still a little bit of rain behind this that's going to impact you. West Frankfort, you're in the clear. Freemansburg, you're in the clear. Royalton, Ziegler, Orient, Benton, you're in the clear. Hearst, DeSoto, Murfreesboro, Sand Ridge, and Gorham, you are in the clear. Carbondale, you're almost there. Johnson City, you're almost there. Carterville, you're almost there. Pittsburgh, you're almost there. Same for Thompsonville and McLeansboro. Maybe some light hail in McLeansboro right now, very small. When I say clear, I'm meaning clear of a damaging wind or tornado threat. That doesn't mean you're clear of rain. That just means you're clear of a damaging wind or tornado threat. A severe weather threat. Let's see here. We have no other warnings so far. I tell you what, let's check the Ameren, Illinois outage map. That would be a good idea at this point to check out. Don't think we're going to see anything widespread, but we will see. So yeah, we have power outages in the areas that I completely expected them to be. Let's get this map shown up for you. So this is the Ameren, Illinois outage map. So we have outages in Carbondale. It looks like we have a total, let's see, 559, 10, 1. Okay. We have 18, 1. So we have hundreds of people, actually over 1,000 people without power in the Carbondale area due to these storms. Make that 2,000. So we have 2,000 customers without power in Carbondale. We have not too many in Murfreesboro. Couple hundred in Murfreesboro, about 2,000 in Carbondale, and about 100 in Heron. So that's your latest outage map. So again, just to reiterate, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Saline County, Gallatin County, Southern Hamilton County, Southern White County, and Williamson County. Those are the areas currently under that severe thunderstorm warning. So again, we have around 300 out in Murfreesboro, just trying to get this out for you. We have about... And then let's see, I'm going to go back to this outage map for just a moment. DeSoto has 2. About 300 customers in DeSoto. We have, we did Murphy. Zoom out just a little bit. So yeah, most of these outages concentrated in this area where that storm just moved through. I'm not seeing any outages in Marion, so it looks like some good news there. The storm might have lost some of its strength as it approached the Marion area. Okay, let's give you an update on this. I know a lot of you want to get to bed. I just read off, if you're just joining us, some of the locations that are in the clear for the evening. Benton, West Frankfort, Ewing, DuQuoin, Cesar, Mount Vernon, Pinckneyville, Sparta, Chester, Ava, DuQuoin, all of those areas in and around those towns I read off. DeSoto, Murfreesboro, you're in the clear. Ewing, Benton, Cesar Valier, Mount Vernon, Waltonville, Bonnie, Spring Garden, all these areas you see in this black coloring, you are in the clear. Areas you see in that red and yellow, you're actively seeing storms. And areas on this side, you still have yet to see storms, so you are not yet in the clear. Let's go to velocity. Still shocked we've not seen one tornado warning today in Southern Illinois. A good stat to have, but a very surprising one. Let's get the Evansville radar up here. Okay. So Evansville's radar, I want to show you that because we still have this severe thunderstorm warning in effect for areas of Carmi as well as El Dorado, Harrisburg, Carrier Mills. Let's switch back to Paducah radar on that. Try to get you our camera in Harrisburg, because it looks like we've got some pretty hefty storms moving into that area right now. Nothing overly crazy, but enough to wake you up, that's for sure. Moving into Harrisburg right now in Saline County. So let's get that camera up, the Harrisburg West camera. There we go. And there you are. So there is our live camera from Harrisburg. Actually, a brand new weather camera we have for you in Harrisburg. Seeing lots of lightning right now. No rain just yet moving into that region. But if you are in the Harrisburg area, make sure you are staying inside. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning, and you'll have some strong gusty winds moving into the area momentarily. Okay, I'm going to switch back to Paducah radar now. And let's get a broad view on what we are looking at here. Again, this is our live view from Harrisburg as we track this storm coming in, and I'm going to try to get you a good view on our radar of this storm as it moves in. Yeah, we've avoided the tornado warnings so far today, that's for sure. So again, we have, this is what we got going on right now. I'll go to the full screen so I can describe this to you. We have 3 active severe thunderstorm warnings, 1 for Williamson County. All of Williamson County just getting hammered by rain, very torrential rainfall. In fact, I would not be shocked if maybe we see some flooding issues in Williamson County for a short time. That severe thunderstorm warning just about to expire. And then we have this active severe thunderstorm warning in Saline, portions of Gallatin, and portions of White and Hamilton counties. It also includes a portion of Franklin County, although I think if you're in Franklin County, you're pretty much in the clear for the evening. These storms have moved on from your location. And then we have some more warnings back further south of the Sikeston, Missouri area. Some of these storms still have the potential to be severe and could still clip areas in extreme in the southern 7 counties of Illinois. So right now in Illinois, we have a total of 23,000 people without power. 2,376 of those customers are in Jackson County. About 8% of Jackson County currently without power. Still take a look at all that rainfall in Williamson County. All that red. Lots of rain coming down in the area right now. That's non-severe, but could lead to some flash flooding issues. Big lightning bolts on our Harrisburg camera. There's another one. Already seeing some radar estimates of let's see here. Yeah, that can't be right. That's more like it. So yeah, some estimates of over an inch of rainfall from radar in Jackson County. Probably going to see some similar reports in Williamson County as well. Let's look at the rainfall on your screen right now. Let's switch it back over to the radar. So yeah, this storm just now getting to Harrisburg. So Harrisburg, you still have a while before you're in the clear. Same for El Dorado, same for Carrier Mills especially, Krill Springs. Still have a while. Looks like some hail just north of Krill Springs. Yeah, Williamson County is certainly still getting their fair share of gusty winds from this thing. We do appreciate the reports. Yep, confirmed reports of hail in Krill Springs. And again, areas along and south of here, you're still actively in the risk for severe weather. So Vienna, Goreville, Anna, Cobden, Dongola, Tams, Mounds, Karnak, Eddyville, Golconda, Metropolis, Paducah, Cave and Rock, all those areas, you're still under the threat for severe weather. Areas to the north of all this, you are clear. Pinckneyville, Cesar, DuQuoin, Mount Vernon, Benton, Ava, DeSoto. I'm not going to say Carbondale just yet, just because we have a little bit more development here, just to be on the safe side. Chester, Steelville, you're all in the clear, but Saline County getting it right now. Let's go back to our live camera in Harrisburg. So yeah, you can certainly see the storm coming into the Harrisburg area right now. Just now moving into Harrisburg. I can hear the very heavy rain and gusty winds hitting the window there in Harrisburg as that storm moves in. Turn that down just for a moment. So again, this is the current view in Saline County. We have a line of storms still extending from Grayville all the way down to Carmi, to Norris City, to El Dorado, Harrisburg, Carrier Mills, Krill Springs, Marion, Goreville, all the way down to Anna. So still a long line of storms that is continuing. Let's go back to your power outage map really quick. Again, this is from Ameren. I know many of you are probably just now reporting power outages if you've lost it over the last several minutes. Let's see, we have 15,000 total without customer or without power in Illinois. 559. So still have around, let's see here, 1,000, about 1,500 in Carbondale without power. Murfreesboro, 52. Murfreesboro just reporting about 100 without power now. DeSoto, a lot in DeSoto, 260 for the size of the town. Let's see, about 700 without power in DeSoto. And again, these are customers, not individual people. So by customers, that means an entire house. All right, so current only active severe thunderstorm warning is in Saline County and portions of Gallatin and southern Hamilton and southern White. So overall, we have, I know these storms are still pretty strong, but we have fared about as well as you can possibly get in southern Illinois tonight. Another live view from our camera in Harrisburg. Tornadic potential with these storms is decreasing by the minute. Still not fully out of the question, but it's decreasing pretty rapidly. And these storms are losing steam as well. Heaviest storms looks like right now is in northern Gallatin County, so El Dorado, Ridgeway, Saline and Gallatin counties. Got an observed tornado down in Arkansas, Stone County. Law enforcement confirmed tornado south of Mount Olive, Arkansas. And just for future reference, anytime you see a warning that is pulsing like that, you see that right there, that means, and it's a red box and it's pulsing, that means there is an observed tornado. Just giving you a little tip if you ever watch coverage in the future. Storm starting to slow down a little bit as they enter Saline County. We got Small area of some gusty winds still yet in the Johnson County area. This just in as well. We have some counties that have been canceled out of the tornado watch. Franklin, Jackson, Jefferson, Perry, Union, and Williamson. You have been canceled out of the tornado watch. So again, just to reiterate, if you just missed that, Franklin, Perry, Williamson, Union, Jackson, and Jefferson counties canceled out of that tornado watch, so some good news there. Still watching areas south of this line. You can kind of see it there on the velocity. So I'm going to draw a line for you. Areas along and south of this line I'm going to draw is still in the threat for some severe weather this evening. The rest of you are either actively experiencing storms or you're good to go. So I'll draw another line to the north of that. Okay, so anyone in this in between these two lines here, you're actively experiencing storms. Areas to the south of that, you're not out of the clear just yet. Areas to the north of that, you are in the clear. So Carbondale, a line extending from, say, Grand Tower to Carbondale to Marion to south of McLeansboro. Those areas and everywhere northwest of that, you are clear for the evening. Everywhere between these two lines, Anna, Cobden, Goreville, Krill Springs, portions of Marion, Carrier Mills, Harrisburg, El Dorado, you're experiencing storms right now, and areas south of that still in a threat for some possible severe storms. But the good thing is, what I'm seeing is these most recent warnings have changed the hail threat to about as low as can be, I should say, less than 0.7 fifths of an inch. So that is pretty much pea-sized hail. And winds bare minimum of 60 miles per hour. So that gives me some hope. This severe thunderstorm warning is likely going to be allowed to expire in 12 minutes. And if we don't have anything else issued beyond that, we will be able to sign off for the evening with not one tornado warning issued south of Mount Vernon in southern Illinois. Consider that an accomplishment for our region based on what we were seeing earlier today. You can thank that little slight capping of the atmosphere for not seeing any tornadoes today. Yeah, and just because when this warning, expires doesn't mean that this video is going to end. I'm going to hop off unless another warning is issued. Is that possible? For sure. But If another warning is issued, we'll be right back here with you. But we still have 12 minutes to go on this warning. And we have, let's see, my goodness. Still have an observed tornado out near Batesville, Arkansas. Just out of curiosity, let's take a look at that really quick. See what we're talking about here. Yep. Right there is the observed tornado in Arkansas. Again, this is not in our region. Not too far away, but far enough for us to leave that be and focus on what's going on here in our region. Let's switch to Memphis radar. We still have a tornado warning that is in effect for Pocahontas, Arkansas. So this is about as far north as you can get in Arkansas. This will clip the boot heel of Missouri. All of these should stay south of southern Illinois. Quick update on power outages. We have several outages being confirmed in Saline County right now. Looks like we've got over 1,000 customers without power in Saline County. So just to reiterate, we still have a tornado watch in effect in southern Illinois for Alexander, Pulaski, Johnson, Massac, Pope, Hardin, Gallatin, Saline, Hamilton, and White counties. You're still under a tornado watch. The rest of you are canceled out of that watch. Just passing along a quick update just received from the Clinton County, Illinois Sheriff's Office. We're going to share this with you here in just a moment. If you have any reports, you can send them over to our text line. At 618-923-3030. If you have any photo reports, that is. Let's get you this update really quick from the Clinton County, Illinois Sheriff's Office. Get this on your screen. I know that was the one confirmed tornado we had earlier today. And we'll read off this statement from the Sheriff's Office. And here we go. So again, this is from the Clinton County, Illinois Sheriff's Office. Earlier this evening, multiple areas in Clinton County were struck by severe weather. We are currently accessing areas believed to have significant damage: Trenton, Germantown, Berkmeyer, Bartelso, Carlisle, and Centralia. Currently, we do not have any knowledge of major injuries or fatalities. We will work through the night to access damage and send emergency support to those in need. During the storm, we lost all communications in our dispatch center and had to transfer all 911 calls to a backup location. 911 is now back online, and we are now receiving calls once again. So that is the latest from the Clinton County, Illinois Sheriff's Department on the situation there following the tornado earlier this evening. So still this severe thunderstorm warning in effect for areas of Saline County. And again, we have over 1,000 people without power in Saline County right now. So again, this is that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for 4 more minutes. We'll see what the Weather Service does with this. Let's take a look at the latest velocity in this storm. It's been losing steam over the past several minutes. Oh yeah, definitely losing its steam. Yeah, once this expires, I don't expect another one to be reissued, so some good news there. Still keeping an eye on these storms further south into Alexander County. Nothing sticking out to me from those storms. So we do have right now several power outages in the region. I wouldn't call it widespread, but we have several thousand customers without power in southern Illinois. Most of those are in the Carbondale area and in the Saline County area. Let's take a look at this storm here near Vienna. Looks like this might be gaining a little bit of intensity here as it heads further south. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Let's go ahead and put it in motion here. Yeah, maybe a threat for some gusty winds in areas in Johnson and Massac County. and Pope County over the next hour or so. All right, so that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Saline and Gallatin County is now expired. So we're going to keep a close eye on these storms here in the southern 7 counties of Illinois. And areas, again, in this region, you are still under a threat for some severe weather, but it is quickly diminishing, I will say. Let's redraw that here for you. All right, so with that, unless any other warnings are issued, I am going to hop off here. We'll have further updates posted on our Facebook page as far as power outages and any possible damage from overnight. If another warning is issued, we'll be right back here, but we're going to leave this stream up as we continue to track these storms here in southern Illinois.